Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Hisham. I'm from Tech65. Currently, we are in Adobe Office, and here with me we have Blair from Adobe. Could you please introduce yourself?
Sure.
What you do in Adobe?
Okay, I'm Blair Powell. I work as it's called a technical architect, amongst other things, but it's on the partner team. So my focus is working with partners of Adobe who are interested in adopting our enterprise solutions for development of software.
Okay, cool. Uh, can you please explain the change of name from Adobe Lifecycle and CRX to the current, which is the Adobe Digital Enterprise Platform?
Sure. So ADEP, the Adobe Digital Enterprise Platform, is really the need to sort of put it under one name or one platform is a combination of two technologies which have been built for some time. The Lifecycle brand, as you just described, this has been with Adobe for some time. It's gone through an extensive development cycle, but what we were doing over the last couple of years was bringing it under more of a simplification, an easier way to develop with. And this came at the same time that we acquired Day Software last year.
Which
And
software is it?
it's the company called Day Software.
Day
They make CRX and CQ5.
Okay.
So, and this is software that was focused, where Lifecycle was focused, for example, on managing PDF documents, business processes, and so on. Day, focusing a lot on web content management and asset management,
Okay.
which also brought them obviously quite close to Creative Suite designers, because the idea of managing assets on websites. So what we saw with the two technologies was the real need to take these two, they're very mature at this point, but put them under one platform, and to be able to make it easier for anyone using these technologies to get started with it, just not thinking in terms of two servers, but just one. So in bringing the development cycles into one, we've decided to have one name, and that's where the Adobe Digital Enterprise Platform is coming
Okay.
from.
From customers' point of view, how difficult would it be to develop for the various platform?
Oh, so when you say different platforms, I think you mentioned mobile.
Mobile,
So I
yes.
think the key thing would be, or let me see if I can answer or repeat your question. If I was to choose and use Adobe development tools to develop for mobile, is that difficult? Do we make it still a difficult? It is a difficult task, but do we help make it easier in any way?
Yeah.
Given the fact that there are different mobile devices, I would say we do. And one of the things that we have as part of our, for example, our Flash Builder tools that are part of the enterprise platform, is it allows you to take a single code base, and you can really, with one click, you can build a binary file for iOS devices, for Android, and also for the new RIM playbook.
Yeah,
So
I think that would be very good since you have a single code base. Then you can just spread it to any desired end product that you need. Yeah.
Yeah, because as you know, I mean, these days the different mobile devices, the market is so changing so quickly. A developer, if they are working for a solution and they don't want to have to rebuild another solution for another platform, so the benefit that a developer is getting in this regard is they can focus on a single type of technology. They have ActionScript, they have Flex. We have a huge developer community all over the world already building in Flash. So they can jump into that. They've got all the tools that they need. They've got all the creative elements to be able to build something. The most important thing now is they can build something that will run on all these devices. So when they hear about the new Android phone that's
Yeah.
being announced, they're not thinking, great, I'm going to have to do extra work, because we put a lot of effort into our framework that allows you to abstract these details so that you can build a user interface that will run correctly on different screen sizes. So.
Some of the products that you allow to be developed includes the JavaScript. Wouldn't that be a competing product?
No, when you say JavaScript, you're talking about HTML and that sort of thing. Like, for example, Dreamweaver
Yeah.
can build. And we've just announced, you may be aware of this already, we announced something called Adobe Edge, which is an HTML5 JavaScript tool.
Yeah.
So to sort of answer your question, the idea of JavaScript, let's say, oh great, we're creating something that's competing with Flash, it's just not the case. What Adobe's known for a number of years, and I think most savvy web developers, such as people in your audience will know as well, these two technologies don't compete, they complement each other. You often need to have both to deliver an effective solution. The analogy we use in North America, I'm not sure if it goes well here, is the whole hammer and screwdriver. You don't try and say replace one with the other. You often need both tools depending on the job that you're doing. And the same is true, obviously, when you're doing development. We give you the ability to build good tools with HTML and JavaScript because sometimes you're just building a website for someone to casually visit on. Flash, on the other hand, can fill in a gap that browsers don't have. So the good thing when you adopt, and the developers can use when they adopt the Adobe platform, is they've got that breadth of reach. They can develop something, a rich experience in HTML, and they can leverage a lot of that same effort or same work and develop something in Flash, and they don't have to necessarily go back and forth. So.
Do you have any provisions for cloud in your product?
Yes, we do actually. That's one of the reasons too for kind of bringing ADEP into the mix here is what we have on the horizon or the roadmap is we're already working on a solution which is going to allow a lot of our server technologies to be run in the cloud. So, I mean, a lot of this is still in the process, but we've now set the groundwork